Let's speak now to the microbiology professor, Roger Pickup from Lancaster University. Many thanks for joining us today, Roger. I mean, some startling figures there. What is contributing to this rise in superbugs?
I think there's three factors really. One is the success of antibiotics. We've used them since 1945 and we've used an increasing number and we've discovered quite a few. So they've been very effective in helping fight disease. The second thing is that there's been a certain amount of overuse of them, so they've been prescribed incorrectly. Another reason is that we use them extensively in agriculture. So probably 50% of all antibiotic production goes into animal feed. And thirdly, it's the bacteria themselves, the infections. They develop resistance. They accumulate resistance the more they're exposed to the antibiotic. So we're in a kind of circle at the moment. We use antibiotics and we get resistance to them.
I was really surprised to read that the last antibiotic was developed 30 years ago. You would just assume that this kind of thing was more frequent. Why this gap in new drug development? And is there a push for more funding for new types of antibiotics?
Yeah, I think that there is, and obviously a lot of the antibiotics they're found actually in bacteria themselves. But for the drug companies, I think over the period of time there hasn't been a huge amount of profit in them, and so there's no kind of drive for them to find new ones.
And how can we reduce our dependency on antibiotics?
Well, I think the report from O'Neill for the British government has 10 points, and among those major points they've made is one, just actually global awareness. You know, it's got to be a global challenge. It can't be one because there's different usages of antibiotics in different countries. Britain is fairly well regulated, but other countries we can buy them over the counter. Also, you know, regulating hospital hygiene and stopping infectious disease that way, and also reducing the amount of antibiotics used in agriculture.
Yeah, exactly. It seems that the antibiotics used in farming seems to be a big particular problem. What can be done to stop that?
Well, that would take a big policy change for all the governments, because you know it's standard practice in animal rearing now. What happens there is the gut microbiology, the bacteria in the gut of the animals, can accumulate these resistances. They're passed out in the feces, but also the antibiotic in its pure form also leaves the farm environment into the soil and the water, and the natural bacteria become resistant. And doing that, they can then pass on these resistances to infections.
Okay, really interesting to talk to you, Roger. Roger Pickup there from Lancaster University.